everyone, Penny here, and today is Journaling with Plants. I'm super excited to start making some of our elements for our journal, and I have my little fuse tool over here. This was gifted to me many years ago. I don't even remember how many years ago, but it was gifted to me, and I've got it out. I've got it warming up. I've got my mat. Protect my surface, right? So, and I've got my potpourri that we're going to be doing today. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be making our flower sleeve, and it is this right here, right? So we're going to need our potpourri. We're going to need our, this is a baseball card sleeve. They call them penny sleeves. And I love making shakers out of these. It's got 8 little pockets in these. I really love making things with this. So anyway, and then we have scissors that we might need, our heat tool, and if you don't have a heat tool, you can use a food saver machine that heats, that heats plastic, right? So you can actually put this in your food saver. You cut this apart, put your potpourri in, and then stick it in the food saver and seal it up, right? Or if people use a flat iron curling iron to seal theirs. Or you can use a sewing machine, right, to sew. Okay, so, and then I know there's types of glue that will work, but let's begin. I'm going to use, I guess, my scissors. Now, there is a tool that comes with this fusing tool that will cut, but basically I'm just going to, let's see, where should I cut, because, yeah, I cut right on that seam, because I'm going to make a new seam, right? With my fuse tool, I'm going to seam it up. But I am going to cut. And see, I did cut on the line where I still have a pocket. I hope that makes sense. So I didn't cut the pocket out or anything like that. So I still have a pocket. It has this little flip thing over here. I think, you know what, I'm going to keep this to make it a tag. I'm going to keep that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here, cut right above the seam, so leaving my seam, and just cut some of that plastic off, right? And let me see if this tool will curve the corner. No, it's not going to work. So I want that curved. There we go. So I just curved it. I hope you can see. I just curved it. I cut this part off and just curved it. So I kept that part, right? So let's begin. Now it's still a pocket all the way around. I didn't cut any of the seams off. It's still a pocket. Now because the potpourri is kind of chunky and big, I thought these would work perfect because I use these to make shakers and things. So as you can tell, it is trying to rip right there. I will fix that, with my fuse tool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that it's super hot, because that needs to be hot to set this, to melt the plastic, right? So I really want to put some of these chunky things in here, because that's why I got the sleeves, because it can fit chunky stuff, right? And I'm not worried about that being like super chunky in my journal, because, journals are going to be thick. So I'm not worried about it, about being chunky. If you don't want to add the chunky ones, you don't have to. But I want to add some of these chunky flowers in here, and some of these peelings and stuff like that, just to give it. You don't have to. You can just add a leaf if you want. But I wanted some chunky stuff in my journal. And I think I don't want it to be like too full where they're not going to float. I want them floatable, like movable in there. So I think I'm going to leave it at just those pieces right there. See that? So now I'm going to come with my fuse tool, and I'm hoping it's going to be hot enough. I need it to be flat, right? So I am just going to come up They have these lines on here for a reason, right? To follow the line. I'm going to follow the line. And I'm going to follow the line, seal. This. And put that back on there. I don't want to get burnt. And it sealed it. Look at that. So now I have a seal. See that little nice seal? And then I'm going to do the same thing. I want to make sure. There we go. But I need it flat, so do my seam flat. So you don't want to put too much chunky stuff in here. Make sure that it's good to go, that it's sealed. Oh, it did great. Nothing's falling out. Alright, so it's still movable inside there. So there we go. So if you don't have this little tool, don't worry. You can use a flat iron, or you can use your sewing machine, or you can use your food saver, right? And then they make these little tools that you can seal chip backs with, you know. So anyway, so I just wanted to look at that. I could have added some glitter and some other things in there, but I just really wanted to add all these beautiful herbs in there, and I can move them around and stuff like that. So this is one of our elements, and it has, I still left a little hole, so I can put some beautiful jute rope in there. I'll put some in there as soon as I find some. Yeah, there we go. Yay. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm going to be making more of these. I'm going to make some more. So I've got all these. Now, with the one that I cut off right here, you know, I had to cut the same. I'm just going to use this to seal it back up. So it's no big deal, right? So I'm just going to cut it and make more. I hope you enjoyed this. Stay tuned for the next videos. Have a wonderful, blessed day.